Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Nico. Today's video is about cultivating a personal practice at home. I've had a couple questions in my comments about creating a practice for yourself at home and having your own personal yoga practice. So I just have a few tips listed here, and I'm going to just talk to you about how you can create that practice for yourself and just make it personal for you. The first thing I have on my list is to get a good yoga mat. If you are able to invest in a good yoga mat, that will really help you out in your practice. I am an example of that. Over the years, I've had a lot of kind of cheap yoga mats, and of course they always get the job done. So if that's what you can afford, then that's perfectly fine. But if you are able to get yourself a nice non-slip mat, because these mats, if they are cheap, sometimes they tend to tear up and little pieces of the mat start coming off. So if you're doing yoga regularly, you want to make sure you have a nice mat that's going to last you a long time. I have a link down in the description box with a link to this mat, which I got off Amazon. It's a nice longer non-slip mat, and I really enjoy having a non-slip mat, especially when you're doing poses like down dog. Having a nice non-slip mat will just add value to your practice. Tip number 2 is create a schedule or create a routine as to when you want to do your yoga practice. Are you going to be a morning yoga person, an evening yoga person, a lunch break, or an afternoon yoga person? And this just helps you to keep the habit. So I do yoga most of the time, 99.9% of the time. I'm doing yoga in the morning before I start my day when I first wake up. So I wake up, I'll do like my little small workout beforehand, or I just do yoga. And either way, I'm doing a yoga practice in the morning. It's usually somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour. So decide the length you want to do your yoga practice, how much time, when you can fit it in your day, and the easiest point as to where you can fit it into your day, so that you know you can hold yourself accountable and get your practice done. Even if you're only setting aside 30 minutes for your practice, if you make it a habit and make it part of your routine, you just stand to benefit from it more, because you're going to be making sure you're doing yoga every day. So again, you're just going to reap all those benefits that yoga can provide for you. Tip number 3 is to find a video and instructor you like, or some people want to try to build their own sequences. So decide what the goal is that you want to reach from doing yoga. Do you want to build strength? Do you want to become more calm? Do you want to reduce anxiety? You could do all of those things too. Decide what your goals are for your yoga practice. Find an instructor or a video you like, and you can continue to practice with this instructor or do the same video every day to help you reach those goals. Or some people, like I said, want to build their own sequence, and I recommend using tools to help you build your own sequence rather than just trying to build one yourself, because part of being an instructor is knowing how to build a sequence. So it kind of takes time and practice to build a sequence that is effective, and that the poses relate to each other and flow with each other in a good way. But there are tools you can use. There are sequence builders you can use online, and there are also yoga cards. I'll leave a link down below in the description box with the link for yoga cards. But the yoga cards that I've seen, they have a pose on each card, and it explains how to get into the pose, the benefits of the pose, and then usually towards the back of the deck they have a little set of cards that can help you build sequences. So decide what you want to get out of the practice. So they may have a sequence like, this is a good heat building or abs and core sequence, and you can use that card to build your sequence and have your core and ab workout every day. or if you want to, again, for mindfulness and calming, you can use the cards reading the benefits of each pose and build your sequence that way. They make it really easy to build a sequence for yourself, and you can use these cards every day until you get the sequence memorized, and then you'll be able to do it on your own. The fourth tip I have is to create a sacred space. So have a particular space that's quiet, that's away from other people. If that's not possible, just a space that has enough room for your yoga mat and enough room for you to be able to do the poses so that you can come back to your space every day. Maybe you can even leave the mat on the floor laid out there so that when you see your mat, you know that you want to get your yoga practice done in the day, and just making it easier, helping to make it a habit when you just have your yoga mat laid out and ready for you to jump on, rather than having to dig it out from somewhere or creating an extra step that may prevent you from doing your yoga practice that day. So have yourself a nice space. If you can create a space that is a little more special, maybe where you have some candles or some crystals or things that are important to you, that'll just make it an even more special experience, and you'll really look forward to doing your practice. Tip number 5 I have is to incorporate breath work and meditation. Of course, a lot of yoga is doing asanas and poses and yoga sequences, but if you want to take your practice to the next level, if you want to take yoga to the next level, start incorporating breath work and meditation. It's just going to deepen your experience, make your experience more meaningful, and you'll start to see a lot more mental benefits in addition to the physical benefits. So you can practice Ujjayi breath, alternate nostril breathing, lion breath, breath of fire. Find the breath work that works for you. It's called pranayama. Find the pranayama that you want to practice and incorporate a meditation as well. So personally, after I do a yoga sequence and I lay down in shavasana, I just do a super extended shavasana and make that my meditation. So I might be doing a 15, 20 minute, 30 minute meditation after my yoga practice, and I really enjoy the calming and the relaxation of the meditation. As I started to do it more regularly, I really see the mental benefits and how I am different and how I am evolving while I use my breath work and meditation. So again, if you just want to deepen your practice and take it to the next level and really make it personal and really be able to see the benefits of yoga, not only in your body but in your life, find breath work and meditation that you can add into your daily routine. Tip number 6 is to make it a lifestyle. And this kind of relates to making it a part of your routine, making it a habit, making it a part of your life. You just stand to gain the most benefits if you incorporate yoga and meditation and breath work into your daily life. If you want to know more about the principles of yoga and the lifestyle of yoga, you can look up the yamas and niyamas, and that'll give you a little more idea of the lifestyle of yoga. For instance, one of the principles within the yamas and niyamas is to be non-harming. So not harming yourself or others. And these are principles that you can incorporate into your life and how you relate to the world and how you relate to other people. And essentially, it's going to help you to be a better person. I can say that for myself, yoga has helped me be a little bit more understanding and open-minded and a little more thoughtful about how I relate to other people, about how I relate to the world, about the experiences I have with other people, and about self-love and self-care, and just making sure you're getting the most out of your life and having the best experience in life that you can have. And I wouldn't be sitting here telling you that you stand to gain all of these benefits if I hadn't gained them myself. Especially within this year, I've seen a big difference on how I process my thoughts, on how I relate to others, on how I feel on a daily basis. So again, if you want to deepen your practice, incorporate some of these principles into your lifestyle. You don't have to incorporate all of them, but just think about some of the things that can make you a kinder person, a more calm person, and a person who enhances their life experiences through yoga and meditation and breath work. So I hope this video helped you to get an idea of what you would like to do to help you to make yoga more a part of your lifestyle and more of a daily habit and cultivating your own practice at home. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'm happy to answer them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching. Peace and love.